Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Rioflex here. Today's topic that we are going to discuss is what happens when you go to set your macros and you weigh in excess of 230 pounds. Now this is whether you are a female or a male, okay? This is not to single you out. This is not to target you. Please don't think that that's what I'm doing, because I'm not. I don't want anybody to think that at all, all right? As I told you before, my heaviest, I weigh 275 pounds, and this worked for me. Now, setting your macros normally requires you to go on a site like MyFitnessPal, as I've told you before. It's free to use. There is a paid version, but the free version works well. And your main three things that you want to focus on is not calories. You want to focus on fat, protein, and carbs, okay, when you set your macros in there. Now, I want you, for your first week or two, to just continue to eat how you normally eat, and I want you to track everything that you are eating, weigh everything that you are eating, measure everything that you are eating, and I want you to give a baseline for that week and the second week of how much you're eating. And you'd be surprised how bad your eating habits are. And it's not just what you eat, it's what your macros end up being from that. Now, I know specifically for myself, my carbs were super high, my fats were super high, and my protein was really, really low, okay? I was the type of guy that just sat there and ate pizza, macaroni and cheese, ate out, fast food, and the protein is really, really low. The fat and the carbs are super high. Now, when you go to set your macros, I want you to pretend no matter what weight you are, as long as you are 230 pounds and above, you are going to be a 230 pound man or female, okay? So if you weigh 400 pounds, 500 pounds, 600 pounds, if you weigh 240 pounds, whatever it is, you're going to put your macros in as if you were 230 pounds. This might seem crazy, but hear me out. If you set your macros at this weight and say you are 230 pounds that you're pretending to be, or you are, your carbs and protein are going to be 345 grams a day that you will need to consume. Your fat will be around 115. Now, that seems pretty easy, but when you're eating cleaner and you're watching what you eat, it's going to make it a little more trickier to hit those numbers. Now, you can, if you want, set your macros a little lower. You don't have to use 1.50. You can start with 1.25, and then your carbs and protein will be about 287. Or you can set it at times 1, which would of course be 230 grams of protein, 230 grams of carbs. And I've advocated several times before that as long as you are getting at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, that's good enough. Now, of course, you can have more with the protein. You want to get as high and as close to that number as possible, but I do realize that it's very expensive. Whether you're using protein powder, whether you're consuming food, wherever you're getting your sources from, it can be expensive. So if you need to, start lower, okay? It's not going to mess anything up. You will just stay at that number a little longer, and you'll watch your progress happen, okay? Now, you're going to be consuming more protein, so your weight will fluctuate a little bit because you're going to be building more muscle. And you're also going to be losing fat, but at the same time, this is why I say stay away from the scale. Only do it once a week on a Monday after you go to the bathroom when you're completely empty and you don't have any clothes on, so you get an accurate weight. Go by how you feel, how you look in clothes, and just in general, your overall well-being, okay? Now, when you're doing this method, it's to help you because you're going to be in a deficit of how you would normally eat. So when normally you would be that heavy and you would probably eat a ton of carbs and a ton of fat and very little protein, now you're going to be decreasing that number a significant amount. So say you were eating 500 carbs a day unknowingly, 200 grams of fat. Now you have just cut the amount of carbs you were eating a day in half, and your fat as well. And now your protein's up. So you're going to see results really good, really quick for a long time. And it'll take a little bit for your body to adjust and get acclimated to what you're doing before you need to adjust again. It's not going to mess anything up that you're starting a little lower than 1.5. If you do have the means and the money to do so and to get these numbers, the protein, the carbs, and everything in at that weight, more power to you. But if you don't worry. This still works and applies for you too. So with that said, this is how to set macros for somebody that is in excess of 230 pounds or more, okay? This will help you out very, very well, and it'll be very effective for you. If you guys have any other questions, comments, or concerns, please drop them in a comment below. Your next question or idea could be my next video. I really love to reach out and help people, so please, by all means, don't be afraid to ask anything you want to ask. If you like what you saw, please consider subscribing. I'll be posting videos all day, every day. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a good day, Fit Fam.